come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. Learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibility everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room a new way of being together is being born. In this room we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left
I'm smiling because I just remembered a moment many Easters ago where I was trying to have a serious conversation with my beloved Deborah with Easter bunny ears on. There are pictures. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So we're going to get started right off the bat with our first community song. You joining me, sir? Come on. Everything I need to know. You actually have lyrics today. And here's your microphone.
Yes, sir.
All right. Here we go. Now, remember, there's two places in here. One where you get to greet each other and one where we greet everybody online. So, here we go.
Everything that I need to know about what's lies before me. Everything that I need to know about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me through the mind of God within me. Everything that I need to do about what lies before me, everything that I need to do about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me. Say hi to everybody.
Greet your neighbor.
Hi, everybody.
All right, here we go.
And everything I need to be
at peace about what lies before me. Everything that I need
to be
at peace about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me through the mind of God within me. Everything that I need to be strong about what lies before me. Everything that I need to be strong about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me through the mind of God within me. Say hi, neighbors.
All right.
Glad
Hey,
you're here. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're online, say hey in the chat. All right. Here we go.
everything that I need to know about what lies before me. Everything that I need to know about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me through the mind of God within me. Through the mind of God within me.
Tag it out.
Through the mind of God
All right. We're awake. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Reverend Rafe Ellis, and I am so incredibly honored and privileged to be your senior minister and spiritual leader here at the yet-to-be-named joined communities of Columbia and Greater Baltimore under the umbrella of Centers for Spiritual Living. See, we definitely need a shorter name now. I'm just saying. So, if you are joining us and you do anything on social media, we do request, it is a request, that you share it on whatever social media platforms you play on. If the idea of that causes you stress, forget it. It's that simple. If it calls to you, do it. If it don't. Okay, if you are visiting us for the first time, welcome. I know who's here for the first time. Y'all have to figure it out. Here's what we want you to know. That no matter who you are, this includes folks online because I can't see who's new there. Whoever you are, whatever spiritual path you're on, more than being welcome here, you are celebrated here for just being uniquely you. All right. Now, let me tell you who we are and what we're up to. Whoop. Going to do the song again. Our vision is contributing to a world that works for who? Everyone. We are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. We are a welcoming, inclusive spiritual center where everyone can be seen and heard. We lovingly practice the principles of science of mind in the world. Now, buckle up because there's a lot going on. So we have a lot of announcements this morning. We have the usual 2 online daily practice offerings, 365 Richer Living, reading, meditation, and prayer time. That live streams 6 a.m. 7 days a week. You don't have to get up at 6 a.m. It's housed on our YouTube and Facebook pages, so you can actually avail yourself of that anytime you choose. The Just for Today time of eclectic readings, interactive discussion, meditation, and prayer happens Tuesday through Saturday at 10 a.m. Same thing. It's live streamed then, and it's also available on our YouTube and Facebook pages, so you can check that out anytime you want. This coming Wednesday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. is our Town Hall Community Gathering. This is the time, you know that thing where we say you can be seen and heard? If you choose to be, this is the time to do that. It's not the only time, but it's a great time because we actually learn from and with one another, and it's your time to have input into the unfolding of this community. On Thursday, we start the workbook experience of Build the Life You Want, The Art and Science of Getting Happier by Arthur C. Brooks and Oprah Winfrey. This is ultimately a free offering. We do recommend that you invest in yourself and the center. And you'll see when you sign up for that it gives you options. You can sign up and get the link and the workbook for nothing or from whatever you choose to offer. Don't let the $20 stop you. If you want to offer $40, we'll take it. Just saying. Also on Wednesday evening, because it's all about choices. So there is the CSL, the Centers for Spiritual Living Member Forum. And that is a forum, that is a discussion where people from the whole organization, members from the whole organization can come together to have a voice. Yes?
This is Wednesday, but then this is April 24th. It's Thursday.
It should be Thursday.
Okay.
The 24th is correct. The Wednesday is incorrect. Thank you for catching that. I will fix that before I send out the newsletter, just in case it's incorrect there as well. Okay, so there's that. Now, On Saturday, we got stuff happening. There is, and let me get my, because this came in after I'd already printed everything out. So, let me tell you what's happening. At 10:30, folks are gathering at the Urban Reads bookstore, 3008 Greenmont Avenue in Baltimore. Because for the past 2 months, the bookstore has been getting some really ugly, racist stuff. Okay? Okay, take a breath and stop being surprised that humanity is still humanity. Rather than being surprised, we get to do something. Now, the invitation is for anyone who chooses to come participate in a 4-block walk of solidarity. I stay away from the word allyship because I am holding a vision of a world where allyship is no longer necessary, where there's nothing to be an ally for. So it's about solidarity. Encourage you to do that. Now, if you choose to do that, or even if you don't, you can come do the walk, hang out for lunch, and then at 2 o'clock at the same location, there is a book discussion and book signing of the book Girls with Pearls. It is The Power of Pearls. It's a discussion and book signing. And this book comes out of a woman's experience of learning to overcome obstacles in her life, and she is focused on empowering young girls to do that. Kamika Lynette Bell is the author, and I tried to get clear what Pearls actually stood for, but I couldn't get 100% clear on that. But what I can tell you is that it's about empowerment and resilience and leadership and presence and really empowering us to move beyond the obstacles that humanity presents us rather than surrendering to them. So that is available. Right? Okay, what's next on my list? Then May 6th, so those of you that want to plan ahead, May 6th is our Women's Circle gathering. It happens online. You can get the link for that in the newsletter or on our website calendar. And then on the 16th of May, there is a celebration of us old farts in the LGBTQIA community. Honestly, I didn't even know this was a thing. And so how cool is that? I'm not going to go into all the details on it. You can check it out on the website. You can also go to chasebraxton.org and get more information there. Here are the ways that you can go back and get the details on all of this stuff. columbiacsl.com/events. If you have specific questions, you can send them to me at info@columbiacsl.com. I will do my best to answer them. You can also call or text our office cell phone at 410-750-8559. And so now we're going to keep moving through this glorious service with our next community song, Get Ready, My Soul. And I invite you to really take this in. Get ready. Here we go. For you.
This is a delicious song. So let's make it delicious.
Get ready,
My soul, I'm diving in.
sing it like a love song.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to a deeper kind of love, to a sweeter kind of love. Get ready, get everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment here, to a new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to a deeper kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Delicious.
It never hurts to sing a love song to ourselves, does it? Whew. All right. So our community value this morning is love.
I'll take some.
I'll take some. There you go. Hey, good morning, Miss Jan Biggert. I had to move all the way across the country to reconnect with Jan. It's a beautiful thing.
Sorry I'm late.
It's all good. You're right on time. Jan knows me when. She's, out of all the people in this room, she has known me the absolute longest. Yeah. She has secrets that I pay her well to keep. So love, how is love showing up for you, in you, as you, around you today? Ooh, all right. Yeah.
I was driving here, and I always wait a bit before I turn the radio on to see what might pop up and be a message. And it was James Taylor, Shower the People with Love.
Nice.
So it just put me right in there.
Nice. So on the drive over, turned on the radio, James Taylor, Shower the People with Love. What an idea, right? Anybody else want to share how love is showing up for them? Yeah.
When I come here, I am so empowered. It's so much more than watching online, which is what I've been doing for a long time. And this group is just full of love.
Nice. So the energy of love coming here in person. Beautiful. Anybody else? So I will tell you, every Sunday that I get to do this, I fall in love with you over and over again. I just do. Even if I'm having a crappy morning, the minute this starts, something shifts. Not something shifts, I shift. Isn't it funny how we do like one step it off? The energy of me shifts because it's interacting with the energy of you. And so thank you for being a source of love with me. Thank you. Okay. For those that are new, this is how I know the divine has a sense of humor. Because it gave me this idea to invite questions and then allow the question to reveal itself on Sunday morning so that I could take that into contemplation to figure out how to address that in the talk. Which for a profession where they teach us to constantly prepare, it's like, excuse me, you want me to do what? But it's working. And it gives the service back to you because now I get to actually address questions you have rather than questions I think you should have. So, let's see. And this one is left blank because nobody this morning had an extra question. So if it lands there, we'll invite one from the room. Okay. How do I pray when I feel stuck in condition? It's a perfect question for the Easter talk. And I'm saying that to convince myself. In all transparency. Because, it's always about honesty, right? All right, so now we're going to move into our time of our candle lighting ritual and our spiritual reading, which will take us into our meditation. And our practitioner this morning and ministerial intern, Frank Mastoris, will bring us out of our meditation with our opening spiritual mind treatment.
I guess I'm doing it that way. Our founder, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, was a dedicated study and a great synthesizer, identifying the common and connecting threads within the various religions, philosophies, and ancient wisdom teachings of the world. Science of Mind is the synthesis of Ernest Holmes' lifetime of study. Let us breathe together as we light a candle honoring some of these faith traditions. As we light the first candle, we honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. As we light the second candle, we honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and for noble truths. As we light the third candle, we honor Judaism as a path of ethical living through sacred law. As we light the fourth candle, we honor Baha'i as a path of unity and peace. As we light the fifth candle, we honor Islam as a path of surrendering to the will of God as the highest calling. As we light the sixth candle, we honor Confucianism as a path of deliberate tradition. As we light the seventh candle, we honor Taoism as a path of harmony and balance. As we light the eighth candle, we honor all indigenous peoples' traditions as paths that recognize and honor spirit in all of creation. As we light the ninth candle, we honor Shintoism as a path of optimism and the inherent goodness of humanity. As we light the 10th candle, we honor Hinduism as a path of knowledge, action, and devotion. As we light the 11th candle, we honor Akan as a path that honors the divine ancestors and nature. As we light the 12th candle, we honor all New Thought philosophies as a path of adherence to universal spiritual principles of love and law. As we light this final candle, we honor the multiplicity and diversity within the wholeness of creation as sacred. Namaste, and so it is. This morning's sacred reading is 3 short readings that Rev Rafe will reference in his message this morning. I invite you to listen to each and then allow them to speak within you during our time of meditation. One generation plants the trees, another gets the shade. Chinese proverb. I have come to terms with the future. From this day onward, I will walk easily on the earth, plant trees, kill no living things, live in harmony with all creatures. I will restore the earth where I am, use no more of its resources than I need, and listen to what it is telling me. M.J. Slim Hui. We who have lost our sense and our senses, our touch, our smell, our vision of who we are, we who frantically force and press all things, without rest for body or spirit, hurting our earth and injuring ourselves, we call a halt. We want to rest. We need to rest and allow the earth to rest. We need to reflect and to rediscover the mystery that lives in us, that is the ground of every unique expression of life, the source of the fascination that calls all things to communion. We declare a Sabbath, a space of quiet, for simply being and letting be, for recovering the great forgotten truths, for learning how to live again. United Nations Environmental Sabbath Program.
In the silence, there is peace. In the silence, there is unspoken joy. In the silence, there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God. I find myself.
the truth of one love, one life, one power, one joy. I am ever so grateful. Knowing the truth that this is the one life called God that we all express from and come from. I'm so grateful because I know that I am completely inseparable from it. It expresses everywhere, in all things, as all people, as all a form. It's all God. Because I know that I am one with this, I know that every single one of us in the here now are that one life called God. That one expression of love, that one expression of joy, that one expression of peace, that one expression of love. And in this divine unity that we are all part and parcel of, I am so grateful. I am so thankful. Knowing this is our truth, that my mind is your mind, is Teresa's mind, is everybody's mind across the planet. We are all one divine life and love called God. This moment, this time, in this service is filled with love and joy and laughter and peace and divine right order. There is no place where God is not, and that includes us and every single human being in the planet, on the planet, in this world. We are one. Yes. This service is done in divine perfection. It can't but be done in divine perfection. It could only be done in the divine order of unconditional love, because each and every human being here is part of that one mind, part of that one love, part of that one joy, part of that one peace. And I give thanks. And I release this to the law, knowing it's done in mind and form. And so it is.
And so it is.
Going deeper. A poem from Kailash Kokopelli. Love is the essence. Future fear fade away and disappear into the moment of now and here. Essence within. She heals all wounds of the past and soul that there have been. She puts you together and tears you apart to come closer to the source and sacred heart. are keys to joy and a new tomorrow. Surrender to the highest love inside, and all shadows will dissolve into the light. Surrender to the highest love inside, and all shadows will dissolve into the light. Love is the essence. Yeah.
Let's take a breath together. So, in the United States calendar, it's Easter morning. That means lots of things to lots of people. The first thing it means in terms of religion may surprise you. Today is the final day of Passover. And Passover was present long before Easter. And Passover, I'm not going to go into a whole teaching of Passover, but simply to point out that Passover is the celebration of the emancipation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. I think in many ways that emancipation is still in process, or we wouldn't be having all of the conversations about anti-Semitism. It may not be specific to Egyptians anymore, but there is still a mentality of enslavement operating in the conditioned thinking of humanity. And it's not specific to Jewish people. Let's be clear. Right? There will be lots of pauses today because I'm listening. Because there's so much I could talk about.
Come on.
After Passover comes the crucifixion and resurrection of the human being that we know as Jesus. What actually happened, I don't know. And neither do you. We have a belief about what happened, and I suspect our beliefs are individualized and have changed over the years. But what is pretty clear to me in the consistency of the story is that here was a man who knew who he was, who knew he was the essence of life and wouldn't shrink for anybody. Now that kind of throws a wrench in things when people's power is contingent upon other people shrinking and acquiescing. And so when you upset the power balance, you got to go. And perhaps Jesus' crucifixion is as simple as that. There's a religious icon hanging out with hookers and thieves. That didn't go well for him. It went great for him. It didn't go well for people that had a different opinion of what he should be doing. Right? And then his teachings started messing with governance. And I think his fatal flaw was he messed with the money. Right? And if you research in history, not beyond, history beyond the Bible, right? Because here's the thing, folks. Everything we know about this human being, Jesus, was written down the earliest 80 years after he died. Typically, the time frame is 120 years. Now, I'm thinking that went through several generations. So really, and I know this is not a popular thing to say, and do I care? No. Right? What we're dealing with is rubber baby buggy bumpers. Right? Stories that have been passed on and passed on and passed on. We could form a line of everybody here and start a sentence and it wouldn't be the same at the end of the line. How do we imagine that what is written about Jesus 80 to 120 years after his death is accurate? I'm just saying. It's suspect for me. Do I think a human being was crucified? Yes, because we have history that points to that being a thing. I wasn't going to include the Garden of Gethsemane, but it answers this question quite well. How do I pray when I'm stuck in condition? Right? People talk about Jesus like he wasn't human and like he had no doubts. Read the Bible that you're quoting. Twice in the Garden of Gethsemane, he's like, yo, Pop. If there is some way, and I say yo Pop because that's how he prayed. Abba, Daddy. In the Aramaic, that's how he started his prayers. Daddy. If there is a way, I see what's coming. If there is a way out of this crucifixion, now'd be a good time to let me know what it is. Not once, but twice he prayed that. How do we pray when we're stuck in condition? Honestly. I'm stuck in condition. This is what I'm telling myself. Because then you're open to telling yourself something different. As long as we pretend that we're not lying to ourselves, we're lying to ourselves about lying to ourselves, which gives us reason to lie to ourselves some more so that we don't ever have to face the fact that we're lying to ourselves. Just saying. All right. So today, in the theme of the year, is about autonomy. We're doing the 12 steps and the 12 traditions of a beautiful program of recovery. And the original step in AA, each group should be autonomous except in matters affecting other groups or AA as a whole. So if we just change AA to creation, that works. Every group should be autonomous except in matters affecting creation as a whole. Each individual gets to be autonomous except in matters affecting creation as a whole. We are autonomous. We are not separate. Autonomy is freedom. Freedom comes with responsibility. And if you think it doesn't, you don't understand freedom. That's license to do whatever the hell you want. In a creation of one, how does that work? How does that work? The first thing that was read, one generation plants the tree, another generation gets the shade. We're still waiting for the shade of Passover. We're still waiting for the shade that Jesus planted. Why? Because we keep cutting down the shade trees. It's not that it didn't work. It's that we're exercising autonomy as privilege with disregard for the whole. Over and over and over again. This season is also the season of Ostara. A lot of people think she was the Greek goddess. She wasn't. She was a Germanic goddess of spring and dawn. She was celebrated by Anglo-Saxons this time of year. Now, if you aren't clear of the pagan influence in the Christian holiday of Easter, you're not paying attention. I'm just saying. And maybe I'm a little judging. Oh, Easter bunny thing. Pretty sure that ain't got nothing to do with crucifixion or resurrection. Pretty sure it's got nothing to do with Passover. Pretty sure it has everything to do with the Germanic goddess, Ostara. It's about fertility. It's about the spring. It is about a culture whose children made nests to celebrate the pagan celebration of spring. And in order to engage the children, they colored eggs and did artwork. It's really no more complicated than that. Right? It's that simple. Right? So all of these things are coming together. And if we would allow autonomy, it all works. Because it's all focused on the same thing. Rebirth. If you read the story of what happened at the tomb, when Mary went to the tomb, it tells you that there was an earthquake. So it's not hard to imagine how the stone got moved. If you've ever been in an earthquake, having lived in California, things move in an earthquake. Literally, the earth moves. Things fall down. So is it conceivable that a stone rolled away in an earthquake? You betcha. You betcha. How did it get to be an angel? I don't know. Probably because it scared the bejabbers out of them. Because it also says in that story that the guards became as dead men when the earthquake hit. Could it be they passed out from fear? I'm just saying. Perhaps language is the thing we have to really look at. It didn't say they died. It said they became as. Right? It talks about frozen in fear. What do we now know scientifically about fear? Freeze happens first, then fight or flight. For a long time, we just thought it was fight or flight, and then we identified there's a freeze that happens first. Could it be that's what they were talking about? They just didn't have the same language we have? Just saying. The same story is being told over and over again. The Passover is a resurrection of the Jewish people. The resurrection of Jesus is a resurrection of life taken by conditioned thinking. Ostera is about the resurrection of life in the physical form every spring. The Easter Bunny is about the resurrection that comes through fertility. The resurrection of a thing that is constantly being birthed. So we're not talking about something different, although autonomy allows us to give it a different story. Can we, will we, celebrate the autonomy of expression and find a common thread that connects us all?
Yes.
Perhaps that is the greatest resurrection available to us. To let go of the conditioned thinking that we're stuck in. Because I will tell you from personal experience with people and with myself, the biggest place we get stuck trying to pray from condition is the condition of certainty that I am right and you are wrong. And when we are there, the only prayer that needs to be available to us is to shift that thinking. Because there is no right and wrong in creation. There's creation. Right and wrong is a concept that humanity came up with to try to control ourselves because we keep using the power that is our spiritual essence to hurt one another. And that's where the whole concept of bad comes from. It's about trying to wake us up and stop us from hurting each other, to stop us from using autonomy as a weapon and begin to understand it as a gift. Autonomy is how creation expands its experience of itself. If we didn't have it, it would just replicate one idea over and over again. There'd be no expansion of expression without autonomy. But autonomy is not license. Ernest Holmes said it this way, that liberty does not equal license. Right? With autonomy comes responsibility. What are you planting? Are you planting shade trees? Or are you planting briars that people have to navigate? Yeah. The second reading talks about, for me, it's just a beautiful way to embrace autonomy. I have come to terms with the future. From this day onward, I will walk easy on the earth. Plant trees. Kill no living things. Live in harmony with all creatures. I will restore the earth where I am, not where you are. Right? I'm not going to worry about what you're doing and try to change you. I'm going to restore it where I am. Heal my thinking. Use no more of its resources than I need. How many of us can claim that? That we only use what we need. It's hard to do in a capitalist society that pressures us at every turn to hoard and collect for an uncertain future. Right? And listen. Listen to what it is telling me. That is the greatest autonomy we have. is to listen to what life is telling you. Because what life is telling you, it's telling you. It's not telling somebody else what it's telling you. It's telling you. You don't get a message for somebody else. And how many times, I got this download that I need to tell the whole world to fix them. No, that's your download. That is what is alive in you to be crucified so that the authentic you can resurrect. All those things you think somebody else needs to change, look in the mirror. That's who it was sent to change. Now, I know that's not a comfortable thing to hear. Oh, well. I learned a long time ago, the truth will set you free. It will. It's never. I can't think of a time when the truth was fun to hear in that context. Sometimes it pissed me off. Sometimes it makes me sad. Sometimes it makes me want to run and hide. Because I'm operating from a conditioned belief that tells me I can't change those things. If I couldn't change it, it wouldn't be in my awareness to change. Creation doesn't give us an impossible task. It gives us a task that we think is impossible so that we can prove the possibility of life. Not to you, to me. It gives us things that enhance our autonomy and that is good for the whole. Because that's how it works. That's how it works. On the worksheet for this week, you're invited to take the statement apart, one word at a time. To really dig in. What does it mean to you? To me, each group refers to. What does that mean to you? To me, should be means what? What does that mean? Right? To me, autonomous means. My favorite. To me, accept means.
ACC?
E. Accept. That's fertile ground for all of us. That is the land of where I separate myself. I invite you to be honest with yourself. You're not turning them in. Nobody's going to look at it. It's an opportunity for you to explore you. To me, matters affecting other groups means. And to me, creation as a whole means. Because if we will explore those things, we will live things differently. Every tradition, more so than the steps, every tradition really involves a lot of different spiritual principles. It just does. So I've listed, 6 to get you started. Freedom, responsibility, independence, unity, open-mindedness, and humility. Feel free to add your own. But really, the invitation is to dig in, to explore your belief system. Because what is living in your belief system now is the tree that will provide shade for the next generation. In taking time to look at it, is the Sabbath. I mean, how cool is it that literally the United Nations has a statement about taking a Sabbath? But when I read that part, it brought me to tears. Right? Because there it is. Creation as a whole. Where do you fit into that? And are you fitting in, or are you carving out an exception for yourself? Except in matters that I deem I am superior. Yeah, I said it. Because we all have them. I'm willing to change that, but I'm not changing that. I'll wrap up with this. Before service, there was a conversation, and somebody asked the question, who wants to watch the news? And I said, I do. And I do. Because watching the news is part of my spiritual practice. It gives me an opportunity to challenge all of the beliefs operating in me that want to separate myself, that want to point fingers, that want to blame, that want to write nasty narratives about other people. I can't stand up here every Sunday morning and teach something I'm unwilling to walk. I can't. Now, other people might be able to. I cannot. Because before I am a minister, I'm a junkie in recovery. And that level of dishonesty will kill me. And I know that. And so I have to practice what I teach. So that I can keep living. So that I can keep changing. And yes, as I said in the conversation, every once in a while, just to get a real sense of how deep my beliefs are, I watch Fox News. On purpose. And it informs my prayer work not about them. It informs my prayer work about me. Because every twinge that comes alive in me of condemnation is not about them. It's about me. And am I going to resurrect what is dead, buried inside of me? Am I willing to roll away the stone of my own conditioned beliefs and resurrect the truth within me that sees the divinity in everybody, in everything, beyond behavior? Because if I'm not willing to do that, I need to quit doing what I'm doing every Sunday. And I'm not ready to resign yet. So, I am not, let me be really clear, I am not in any way recommending that you watch anything. Because what I know about any program of recovery is that it's individualized. How I work the 12 steps might kill you. How you work them might kill me. Right? It's about what works for you. Just work them honestly in the way that works for you. Let's take this into prayer. I feel the joy in my heart at the recognition of one. One peace, one power, one presence, one omniscience, one omnipresence, one omnipotence, one intelligence, one abundance, one creation, expressing in infinite multiplicity. This one is diversity itself. All created in the image and likeness of it. And so the image and likeness of it must be diversity. Must be. And I am that. I am this one expressing an exquisitely individualized, intentional, divine desire to experience itself as me. And what is true of me is true of all. And so I claim and affirm that this is the essence of autonomy. That each individualized expression of creation is gloriously autonomous. Free to choose, free to use creation. And yet, held accountable to do so in the context of one, in the awareness of one, in the consciousness of one. And so I claim and affirm that that is the truth of the activity of the soul within me that uses creation to express. I claim and affirm awareness, consciousness as awareness, responsibility in the use of freedom, wholeness, with the only objective being healing every sense of separation until what is resurrected is an experience of one. And I am so grateful. I feel the energy of that statement move through every fiber of my being. And I know that it is done. That I may never see the shade tree, but I know it's done. And that is the faith that knows without seeing. And so knowing it is already complete, I let go. I let go of the need to see it in form. I let go of all of the noise in my brain that tells me it's not true if I don't see it. I let go of all of the human angst that tells me I, the human I, has to do anything to make anything happen because I know it's already done. I let go. I let go. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Let's take a breath. So this is our time of sacred giving. I had slides, but I didn't use them. Oh well.
The words were enough.
So all I ask is that you understand that we are in a physical structure that requires finances to stay afloat. And I ask that you give as you are given to. You can text the word give to 410-498-6175. You can mail a physical check to our office address, 659 Cog Court, Millersville, Maryland, 21108. You can also access the giving portal on our website, columbiacsl.com/donate. And you can give in the baskets that are about to come around now. If you have tried any of those and have any challenges, let me know and I will do what I can to assist you through that process. And so now let's say our giving affirmation together. Here we go. I affirm that the abundance of creation is my abundance. I give freely as creation gives to me. I give through this center,
All spiritual seekers.
Thank you. And if I could get a couple of folks to usher. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Eamon. Well, Gary blesses us with something.
Oh, God, how exciting, how exhilarating is this, that we together create this sacred space where we're reminding ourselves that we are spiritual, evolving, enlightened beings, unfolding and folding in the wonderment.
So I speak a word of gratitude, a word of recognition for the infinite, the energy of life as money that sustains and grows this amazing community and all that we give through this center to do in the world. And so it is. Okay. Let's see. Did that. Okay, I got some thank yous. Thank you, Gary Hardnett. He just shows up with all these toys and transports us to places like... Thank you, Don and Zeta, for our live stream. Thank you. Thank you, Vaughn, for partnering with me on the audio. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Megan, for being our reader this morning. Thank you, Frank, for not just being our practitioner this morning, but for your sacred yes to the calling of ministry. I know the journey you're on. Whole lot of duck and cover. Thank you, Sylvia, for being a hospitality person this morning. Thank you, Laura, for being our welcoming person this morning. Thank you, Dale and Eamon, for being our ushers this morning. Thank you, Eamon, for joining me in leading the singing this morning. Do we know who did online engagement? You did, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Don. And thank you, because this is way more fun with you. And thank you, because I actually do go back and look at your comments. Yeah. All right. So, if you would like prayer support, there's a couple of ways you can get that. There is a basket right over there by the window. You are invited to fill out a prayer request, drop it in that basket. Frank will collect those, and he will make those visible to all of the ecclesiastical team, which is myself, Reverend Jenna, and the practitioners. We will hold you in prayer for whatever you ask for in that prayer request for the week. You can also meet with Frank out in the lobby to receive prayer right after service. You can also go to our website and put in a prayer request. Keep in mind that they are doing prayer out there, so if we can keep the socialization in here, and then when you leave, just leave quietly while they're still praying, that gives them some privacy and allows them to actually hear one another. Because if we all filter out into the lobby, they're sitting side by side and can't hear each other. Because we might get a little rambunctious. I'm just saying. It could happen. These are your beautiful prayer practitioners. They are licensed to help you if you want support beyond prayer. Several of them do actually what are called practitioner sessions. It is not mental health counseling, it is practitioner sessions. It is spiritual guidance. And each of them set their own schedule and their own fees. And so if you're interested in working with one of them, I encourage you to reach out and hire one of them. Okay. Here's our affirmation for the day. I'm going to read it through once, and then we'll read it together. Just take it in. I roll away the stone of ignorance and resurrect consciousness within me. You're welcome. I roll away the stone of ignorance and resurrect consciousness within me. I know the affirmations are spot on when the oh crap corner gets activated. Way more important to me than an amen corner. I'm just saying. Okay. This is a puzzle, and you might be the missing piece. that helps this puzzle come together, particularly on Sunday morning. We have room for you in the video tech team, the audio tech team, the welcome team, the hospitality team, the readers team, the community's values team, and hosting, which is just doing the leading the service thing, and there's a script. You don't have to make it up. It's all right here for you. So if you feel called to give back of your time and talent, we would love for you to do that. There are sign-up sheets over there. Please check it out. And now, Eamon and I are going to lead us in our closing song, Ricky Byers' Holy, Holy Way. Here we go. You ready, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Here we go. Holy love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
It's all around me.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me learn.
Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. And let me care for those around the world. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me love.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Have a fabulous week.
All the things that I've held dear, the vanities that whispered in my ear, what would I do if they all disappeared? Riches and fame and all that they could buy, I've come to find they never satisfy. What would I gain if my soul's the prize? I don't wanna love what the world loves. I don't wanna chase what the world does. I only want you. I only want you. First things first, I seek your will, not my own. Surrender all my wants to you. Keep the first thing first. To live your truth, walk your ways, set my eyes. Lord, I fix my face on you. All my desires reversed. To keep the first thing first. I give it all, my life in offering. My heart is yours, so have your way in me. Your kingdom's all I wanna see.